All right, guys, welcome back. Okay, so today we're going to get into something. It's a little, I don't call it cringeworthy. It is what it is. But we are going to do a review on Penelope Rio. Yeah, this is the Amberana finished and honey finished Penelope that they came out with. This is actually batch 24-301. For those who are asking, is it good? Does it suck? Let's find out. All right. I also want to thank Jerm from Freedom Malts for making that little intro for me. I haven't thanked him enough for that. So let's get into this. Now, I want to say, obviously, I did not drink all that. Okay. This bottle was a gift to me. He gave me the last little dregs out of it from Chris. I'm not going to give his last name. He doesn't watch the YouTubes. Thank you, Chris. I've had a sample of it. I just haven't. I wanted to do a full review on it, and that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so as you well know, Penelope is now been bought by MGP, and they were sourcing MGP for their entirety of their life. But they're doing really cool things. They're doing a lot of finishing options and stuff like that. So let's get into it. I poured a pretty good sized pour. I'm probably not gonna drink all this. So to me, okay, let's get into it. This whiskey has three things. I'm not going to say not going for it, but three things against it right away. Okay, number one, and none of these are bad. They are just things, right? So number one, it's sourced whiskey. Now MGP makes amazing whiskey. Don't get me wrong, they do, but it is a sourced whiskey. So there's that. I can look past that pretty easy. Okay, number two, it is a finished whiskey. Okay. A lot of finished bourbon, which makes it not a bourbon, right? Anyway, we talked about that before. Also, it's double finished because it's finished in Amberana and it's finished in honey barrels. So take that for what it is. Is it any good? Let's find out. But also, there is a big thing with Amberana finishing, right? Some people love it. Some people hate it. Let's dive into it and see. On the nose, it's really, it's cinnamon, but like cinnamon that you would put on top of a coffee, maybe. The Amberana, to me, always comes across as very Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like everybody says, but also it's the expression of it that I get, it's very fake tasting. Does that make sense? Like it tastes like it's fake, even though Amberana is real wood. It tastes fake, if that makes sense. Of the ones I've tried. Now, I will let you guys know that I have had a sample of this in the past, and I've tried it. And I don't really remember. I don't know what batch it was. Doesn't matter. I can't get a bottle of it. I don't know if I really want one. Let's just see. On the nose, it does have some vanilla, some caramel, the things like that. But then it's a lot of that cinnamon toasty roastiness, almost maybe even a little bit of like a latte type, where it has like some cream or something like that with it. Let's get into it. And this is coming in at 49%, so almost 50% alcohol, which kudos to them for not taking it to the floor. Right away, this is the first whiskey I've had for the day. Right away, it's coming across really nice on the palate. Really nice. The Amberana's not overdoing it because we've already talked about Amberana and cat pee, right? Amberana can get kind of cat pee a little bit. If you don't know what that is, if you've ever smelled cat pee, right? It's gross. This isn't doing that. This is coming across really nice, really fruity, like a fruity pebbles. Like let's say you were stupid fat boy tasting notes, right? If you took Fruity Pebbles and Cinnamon Toast Crunch and mixed the cereals together, it's similar to what this tastes like. The fruit, it's almost like a fake fruit as well. It's weird. It's weird. Let me go back in for the smell again. Now I'm getting more of the honey coming through. Like when you have the leftover honey, I put honey in my coffee, right? When you have the leftover honey that's kind of came out and you just kind of swish it off the end. I know it's not sanitary. Shut up. It's my honey. But like, it's that little lingering taste of honey on the back. I love me some honey. I just picked up some barrel aged honey. We'll talk about it on the podcast, but, oh man, the honey's really nice. Let's go back in for our second sip. And Chris, the guy who gave me this bottle, said that this was a brand new bottle that his buddy came over when he came over for the evening or the weekend, or they were hanging out or whatever. And this is all I got. There's maybe 2 ounces in there. But I'm happy to have it. But also, like, that just goes to show you how they enjoyed it quite a bit, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna have a little drink of water. It's lingering. It lingers on the mouth, which is great. I love it. I like that it's very viscous. The legs on it are really nice, really long. It's really, it clings to the glass really well. Now going back into the nose, this would be the third time. It's just a culmination of a couple of things. It's not very deep, right? It doesn't go very deep. You get the cinnamon, toasty, crunchy part of it. You get a little bit of the honey, and then you get the bourbon profile. I think this is the 21 rye mash bill, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't say on there, but that to me, having that little bit of rye hit in there, it's not a 4 grain, I don't think. If it is, please let me know in the comments. I didn't do a whole lot of research on it because I don't care, really. It's a good bourbon, whatever it is. So, hold on. The proof is perfect. It doesn't burn you. It gives you everything you want in a bourbon, but yet it's not super high proof, but it's not at the floor either. It's not watery. It's not like knocking your head off at barrel strength either. So I think they got the proof nailed on it. How do I feel about the finishing? To me, and I mean, I don't know, take this for what it is, take my 2-bit opinion or however you want to look at it. To me, it's really good. It really is. I see why it has become allocated because it's just a fantastic pour. It's something that you could give to people that are getting into bourbon. And you can say, hey, this is a finished whiskey, a finished bourbon, but it has some really cool notes in it. I think that's kind of cool. And Penelope's not afraid to do that. Like, they have their Valencia one, they have their Rose one, and they're all finished in different things, which is really, really cool. I'm not a bourbon purist. Like, I love a good bourbon, right? Don't get me wrong. I love some Wild Turkey. I love some, anyway, doesn't matter. Bourbon, right? But to me, finishing doesn't matter. Finish it. If you want to finish it, great. If you don't. I don't care. Bourbon purist, obviously, they want the bourbon as it is. Elijah Craig barrel proof. That's what I want. Okay, cool. But trying different things and trying these things and not expanding your palate so much, but expanding your mind about different things, you actually learn more about the whiskey when they do finish things. Because when you, and I can go on a 20-minute rant here, and I'm not going to, because I'm trying to make these videos a little bit shorter, just for you guys. when like you're diving into scotches, especially, they have no problem finishing. They finish everything. Oh, I mean, they don't even get the brand new barrels. That's how much they're into finishing. They're at least finishing in an old bourbon cask. So they don't have a problem with it. And their Scotch is doing some, and American single malt, obviously, are doing some amazing things with finishing. Tokai barrels and, all of these ice wine and all of these crazy things that we never thought of in the past are now mead barrels, all of these things. And I'm really excited that bourbon is deciding to do that as well. We can go into the fight of, is it bourbon or is it not? Okay, technically, no, it's not. Once you finish it and it's not in a new, I thought it was American oak barrel. Other people say a new barrel, but like French oak is not American oak, right? So that's not double oaking, or that's not French oak finishing like Maker's Mark does. That's a distilled spirit specialty at this point. But if I'm wrong about that, please let me know in the comments down below. In the end of days, it's all nomenclature, right? Is it a good whiskey? Whatever whiskey it is, right? I'll give you my final review right now. On the nose, it's getting a little more pulpery-like, which some people are turned off by that. To me, I like it. I like that it's very bold in its flavor profile. But it's not off-putting. There's nothing in there that makes me not want to drink it. I actually want to drink it. Take that for what it is. Now swish it a little bit. Okay. I would say this is the perfect whiskey for somebody that wants to explore with just whiskey, not just bourbon, but whiskey. Explore finishing, explore different cask types, because this is 2 separate casks. So that makes it even cool, because you get the honey, you get the amberana, you get all of those flavors coming through, but then you still have that bourbon base in there. So, am I a fan? Yeah, I am now. And here's the thing. If anybody in the comments or anybody watching this has an extra bottle of Rio, please hit me up and let me know. I would love to get a bottle from you. You can email me at whiskeyshamanpodcast@gmail.com, and just let me know. I'd be more than happy to buy a bottle from you. Also, please follow, like, subscribe to everything I'm doing. We're trying to make cool content. If you're into that, if you're into cool stuff, hang out with us. It's fun. We have a good time. I don't go super crazy. It's just me and you talking. So let's do it. And if you want to support monetarily, I do have a Patreon. It's a thing. If you want to do that, buy me a dram of whiskey. Send me a sample of this or whatever that helps out monetarily, obviously. And then, of course, I can't thank my sponsors enough. Bad Motivator Barrels and Z.Smithwhiskeyandmixology. Whiskey and Mixology. Sorry, Zach. It's one of, it is what it is. I can't thank them enough for being sponsors. Bad Mode, obviously, I got 3 of them literally right behind me. They're amazing. And Zach, he's doing some amazing stuff on Instagram and stuff. So please go follow him. Anyway, I've said enough. I'm sorry. Penelope Rio, it's a hit. I give it a thumbs up. Let's see if it'll do it. It's not going to do it, is it? Nope, it's not going to do it. This hand. There we go. It did it. Yeah, finally did it. So go pick one up. If you can find it, pick one up. And if you pick one up, pick 2 up and give one. Don't give one to me. I'll buy it from you. I'm not asking for charity here. So thank you very much. Y'all have a good night. And as always, keep your spirits up.